Kim, a staff majoring in navigation at Korea Maritime University. Korea forms a huge market as a hub of international logistics all around the world. It is a peninsula country surrounded by the sea on three sides. It seems that Korea's marine industry will develop even more in the future. I will get a license as a navigator and drive a big ship in a big ocean. My dad is a high school teacher. If there is a 4-H activity, he took me with him when I was young. The 4-H activities that I did with sisters and brothers were so exciting. So I've been dreaming of going to high school where I can do 4-H activities. When I was in 2nd grade of middle school, I went to Korea 4-H headquarters. I was taking applications for IFE in the US. Not all applicants were allowed to participate, but only 3 of the middle and high school students were allowed to participate. I was wondering if the 2nd year of middle school could compete with the high school students, but I decided to do my best. It was awesome. I was the youngest to pass the competition, and finally, I could go to Connecticut, US. The 2-week 4-H camp was fantastic. At the camp, I served as a staff, a role of guiding children. At the camp, I could see the biggest difference between American and Korean students. It was an active participation in the class. Most Korean students are ashamed to present. However, students in the United States raise their hands to make the presentation. I, who was timid because of my shy personality, was able to change into an active attitude as the camp progressed by learning from young American students. It became an unforgettable experience, such as observing the stars of the sky, learning to play camp, role-playing, swimming, etc. at the camp. I met new homestay family once a week. I visited Rhode Island, Connecticut, Massachusetts, and New York with them. The most memorable family was the last one. One of the family members was a New Yorker, and she gave me a chance to tour New York. New York was a great big city. Very huge buildings, the horns of cars on the road, and the sound of the subway added a grand feeling. I toured the Brooklyn Bridge, the Statue of Liberty, Empire State Building, and Central Park on a trip to New York with them. There was a family member I met during the homestay who was my age. I became friends with them on Facebook, on Instagram, and even now, I keep in touch with them and exchange news with each other. On the day I parted ways with them, I shared tears, and I'll never forget the IFE's homestay family. After entering high school, I did a sex chromosome DNA analysis to determine the male and female number of swallows in the nest as a creative project activity of 4-H. Swallows pick up straw and mud from ripe paddies and make a bowl-shaped nest under the eaves of the house. There is a huge reservoir near the school, and swallows always come to village that are gathered around the reservoir. I recorded the swallows' growth process, collected their blood, and conducted DNA analysis to predict how the swallow's growth curve will be in the future. The day I won the competition, it was an unforgettable experience. The presentation I've been working on for the swallow's DNA analysis was a new and creative subject for everyone in attendance. Everyone heard the announcement of the result of the new assignment and didn't expect the applause to end. During high school, I was the president of the 4-H Association. Our school has monthly meetings about once a month. An American friend from the US has invited to school for the S4-H. The meeting unanimously decided to explore Busan. An American friend, Luke Pryor, accompanied me. Luke was a curious child about Korean culture. He liked Korean spicy food and liked to learn Korean traditional culture. He got along with my friends and learned Korean chess quickly. My dad taught him how to play the chess at home, and he asked me where he could buy it. And the next day, he went and bought it himself. He said he'll do it with his brothers and he gets home. In spring, about 300 elementary, middle, and high school students from Changwon School gathered to do rice planting activities. I planted the 4-H flag on the rice paddock and planted the rice seeds on the signal. After we finished planting rice, a nice lunch waited for us. It was really sweet. In the fall, I used to be a rice grower. Likewise, students on the same size gathered to harvest rice. I've experienced traditional threshing. Eco-friendly rice farming activities were carried out in the rural village of Bitolbeki. This village was selected as the best experienced village in the country by introducing eco-friendly rice farming activities with us. First of all, I felt that I changed every year while attending Changwon Daesan High School for 3 years. I think 4-H activities make people think in convergence, grow into healthy democratic citizens, and achieve their dream of career through assignment activities.